Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Today we are going to be working on a set of bladesmithing tongs. Our starting stock size is 8 inches long, or 200 mil, by 25 mil wide, or 1 inch by 1/4 inch, or 6 mil thick, laying out a center punch mark 1 inch from the end and 2 inches from the end, or 25 mil and 50 mil. After you've drawn out your handle or your reins from the 8-inch side out to whatever desired length you'd like, you go on to shaping the jaw or the nib of the tong. We're going to forge this down approximately to 1/2 inch by 1/4 inch in cross section, or 12 mil by 6 mil in dimension. And then we're also going to have this out about approximately 50 mil long, or 1/2 inch long. So we're keeping it with the original bar stock thickness essentially, but just forging it down by half. Just like that, the first part's done. Moving on to the next step. So the next step in this process is we are going to define where the boss is going to be and dress the transition between the boss or hinge plate to the reins themselves. In my standard fashion, this was a 180-degree flip, and I'm just rounding off the corners. This is not a necessary step for the tongs operation, but it dresses it up, makes it look a little cleaner. Just keep everything in check, working off the back corner, rounding it in, and there you have it. Just get everything straightened up before the next heat. I'm only doing 1/2 of these tongs in this step. Essentially, you will just repeat for the next tong itself, and so on and so forth. So now we are going to divide the distance of the tongs, or put over about 25 mil. Once again, this was 50 mil long, or 1 inch over the edge of the anvil. Considering this was 2 inches long, we're going to divide that in half and bend it down at a 90-degree angle away from the boss area. And get it dressed up, and do the same to your other half. And this is what we have so far. Now we're going to cut that 1 inch bit down to 1/2 inch, or 12 mil, and we are going to bend the first set of tong halves towards us using the vise with a really nice short localized heat. We're bending that just a little over 90. That'll get dressed down later when we put the actual fitted to the stock. And now we're going to bend the other nib the opposite way. Now this is different than the way that you make normal standard tongs with the left turn method, and you'll see why this is important in a second. This essentially has to cross over the other tong in order for this to be offsetted enough in the jaws once they flip around, like so. If you did them both the same direction, they would obviously not line up. So we're going to use our rivet set and our rivet block that we made in another video, putting our short side whichever that one is, as our constant, and our long side will be the side that we bend. Now, if both of your jaws were exactly the same length, don't worry about this step, but if they come out where one jaw is just a little smaller than the other jaw, then make sure that the short jaw becomes your constant, because the long jaw is going to get bent anyhow. So after getting the initial set of the rivet cold, now we're going to use our rivet heading tool here, or a rivet set that they call them, to create a really nice rounded head rivet on the other side of the tongs. Just like so. As you can see, that makes it look quite smart, makes it look quite nice. So here is too cold, but I'm going to go ahead and dress all this up in the next heat and start fitting everything up. But there you have it. Alright, now with this heat, I'm going to go ahead and start aligning the jaws, taking the long jaw and bending it at about a 40-degree angle, and then back again. I'm not quite sure what the angle is there. Essentially, all we're doing is putting a little offset in the jaw itself to align it with the other jaw. Adjusting our reins a little bit, getting everything lined up, and also working the joint at this point, as you can see how that works. Now for the last part, we're going to go ahead and get this set up to hold the stock size that we're needing it to hold. In this example, this is just a piece of 1/4 inch by 1 inch, or 6 mil by 25 mil. Just mild steel bar. And we're trying to get this set up to where it can hold knives if you want to. And 1/4 inch or 6 mil seems to be a good thickness for that, for most blade making. Now obviously, if you need something to hold truck leaf spring or something like that, you're going to have to make these a little more robust. But essentially the forging process will be the same, and just shape it around the desired stock that you want to hold, just like so. Just checking it, make sure it won't pry out, and we're good to go. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like, and leave me a comment of what you thought in the comment section down below. God bless you all, and I hope everybody has a great day, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We will catch you on the next one.